Well, this is the Banggood 13 segment audio light column kit with remote. And here's all the parts. And you can see it takes 13 LEDs. In this kit, you only get 13 LEDs, no extras like in all the other kits that I got there. And this one's a little bit more difficult because you got this main chip here, and note the corner to match up with the board, what corner goes where. But difficult soldering. This is enlarged many times here. So unless you're really good at soldering teeny tiny close parts, this may not be for you. And there's the alignment mark. And you can see how close they are. And we're looking like extremely close here. Difficult to solder. If you're not good at soldering, it probably isn't gonna work there. And I'm not that good myself, but I have had some practice, so it's not too bad, I guess. But anyhow, and here's a couple other things you should note. There's no instructions with this, so you should know where the M7 go, and they are one direction, so you have to line up the lines on the chip with that horizontal line on the board there, and the 27P, which should be handwritten on the strip in the kit. Hopefully they didn't forget. And the other ones that say 104 go down where it says R1 and R3. And so that's, if you didn't know that, you may mess it up. And there's that big integrated circuit chip or whatever. I didn't do too bad on the soldering, I thought, for a mere novice. At least I don't have big globs of it all over the place there. But I went back over it a couple times, had to remove some solder and resolder and this and that and bada bing, bada boom. So I did the best that I could. So, all right, let's take a look at it now.
Well, I finished the board, and the hardest part, of course, was this circuit right here, which is, if I can get it in focus, there we go, a little bit better. It doesn't look too bad, but I think there's one contact that's not working, because I can get all the lights to light except D1 down here. So, and I've gone over this about half a dozen times, and I don't want to do any more because I'll probably cause more damage, so I'll leave this light off here. And if we look around the back side, everything looks pretty good there. All the soldering looks okay. And we're going to turn it on here in a second. I don't know if I can get the magnifying glass here. So there you can see that circuit there. Yeah, well, I haven't cleaned all the flux off yet because some of these other solderings, they're not the prettiest in the world, but they don't look too bad. So like I said, I got one LED. Maybe the LED is bad, although I kind of doubt that. I can always try to test that later. But the IR remote works, and like I said, the back of it is okay. I'll put some notes as to where some of these small ones go down in the remarks section of the video here. So okay, we still have some light coming in, but I'm going to turn this on, and you can see it lights up. And if you go with the remote down here, I put this on test. Test just shows you the various lights, but old D1 down here not working. The other ones seem to be okay, and it's probably something to do with this chip here, that there's a contact that's not working or burned out or what. But I'm tired, and take this off of test. And let's see, can I get it off of test here? And put it back on, use the switch on the back, and it'll go into something there. I don't know what. Switch it, some of them go there. So maybe there's something in that switch. I don't know. But anyhow, sort of works. I got to put the rest of it together. It was tough. That chip right there, Oh man, it caused me a lot of problems. That thing is so tiny, and I got this magnifying rig here with the light and everything, and even with that, it was a bear, let me tell you. So, well, I got all the pieces of plexiglass, but the top LEDs are not working. That bottom one is not working, and it's all due to some goof up in this master chip there, the controller chip. And and if I can hold this here, I'll try to hold the camera there. You can switch these in the back to do different things. But like I said, colors are working on there, but I'm only getting part of the LEDs. When I use the remote, which is here, and I hit the test, I'll get all the LEDs lighting up except the bottom one. So I know there's current going to them, but the master chip is not sending the right signals to do the different flicker things and whatever. So it's partial failure, and I thought I did that chip pretty good underneath of there, and I don't know, but I'm going to put a flashlight on it here so you can see. I thought I did a pretty decent job down there for my horrible soldering, but maybe I didn't, I don't know. So, but there it is, and I figured out what goes where, and some of these other small chips on the side, if I get it in focus there, I can't get too close, but yeah, they're on there. They're just not soldered great, but everything else. But partial failure, so there it is. And that's the hardest part. Everything else is pretty easy, even the surface, little surface mount chips. I think those are okay. It's just that big circuit thing with all those multitude things. Although I thought I did pretty good on that and got it really good, unless there's something wrong, or I left the soldering iron on there too long and burned something out. I don't know, but well, here I have a dark room. You can see the top ones aren't firing, but if I come down here and press on that square thing, then I get all of them lighting. So probably the contacts aren't making good contact there. So if I press on that, yeah, we're going to get them all working then. But if I take my finger off, yeah, now they're back on. Here you go. So a little hard to see here because it's in a dark room here. If I turn on some lights, it may be a little bit better here, but maybe not.